on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula Board Formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked?
I do think that works. Jay Levine, Joseph Wexler, my partner will be here in just a moment. Can you guys hear me okay?
Loud and clear, Bella.
Yep. All right, perfect. Let's go. First up, from the great state of New Jersey, Clinton, New Jersey, a senior mortgage loan officer with 20 years in residential home lending, 8 years at a conventional portfolio mortgage lender with expertise from various brokerages specializing in all types of residential financing, strong relationships with realtors, appraisers, builders, enabling them to navigate the complex deals. Let's welcome to the show, Nicholas Aversa.
Thank you.
Hello, Nicholas. Now, Plato said, play a game with me for an hour, and we will learn more about each other than if we spoke for a year. So, Nick, we play a little fun game. We start things off by sharing a fun fact. And so, Nick, what would be the fun fact that you would like to share with everyone about you?
I thought about this one before this show began, and it's a difficult one. I don't know any fun facts I could tell you. I'm a fan of heavy metal music. By looking at me, you probably wouldn't think so, but I've attended over 50 concerts in my 20s. Had a band, had a rock band throughout my college years. Played some small venues in the tri-state area. And I don't know, people tell me I'm kind of like an encyclopedia when it comes to naming that tune. I can name a song off the first 1 or 2 notes I hear before the song begins. Aside from that, my only other skills
like
really
all
is
songs or just heavy metal songs?
Excuse me?
Like any song that's played, or is it specific to the heavy metal genre?
Anything rock related, anything that has a guitar, drum, or bass.
That is amazing. And so, Nick, if you were going to go to a heavy metal concert tomorrow, who would you go see?
Probably go see Pantera.
Bandera, you said?
Pantera with a P.
With a P. Pantera. Nick is rocking out. And Nick, are you ready to have some fun?
Sure, why not?
Nick is ready to have some fun. He's rocking out to some.
Sure, why not? That sounds like screw you. I'm not. That's what I just heard.
Because I'm not as big of a rock and roller and heavy metal. He's a heavy metal rocker, and I don't think I quite aligned with that. Maybe I didn't bring enough of the boom for it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was strolling down the street in Morristown, New Jersey, and fancy meeting you here.
Fancy meeting you here.
Jay Levine's Heart of Influence.
Yes. Would you like to co-star with me today?
I would love that. Thank you very much. Yeah, she's reasonably presentable, so I think I'll hang out.
You can hang out. Next up, from Jersey City, New Jersey, a licensed interior designer with over 15 years of experience, a founder specializing in residential and commercial renovations in New Jersey and New York City, 10 years working with architects, offering a holistic approach to designing spaces that are both beautiful and compliant with safety regulations, helping busy pros navigate renovation projects with ease. Let's welcome to the show, Carissa Byrne-Abrams.
Carissa, welcome to Jay Levine's Heart of Influence, and please, your fun fact.
Yeah, I actually don't know if I can top Nick's, but but my fun fact is I grew up with four brothers, so I have a very thick skin and a good sense of humor because of it. So
Awesome. Well, very, very cool. Thick skin, four brothers. That's what I'm hearing from Carissa. Please, Bella, who's joining Carissa?
Joining Carissa from Weehawken, New Jersey, VP of Operations, ensuring residential real estate title in New York and New Jersey and Connecticut, and commercial real estate in all 50 states. Underwriting by two of the nation's best title companies, bringing combined 250 years of experience to the closing table. Almost 20 years in the industry, previously a general manager for a 10K person company and a 130-year-old company, proud to be ensuring the American dream. Let's welcome to the show, John O'Connell.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Hey, John. I got John Kelly in the front, John O'Connell on the Heart of Influence. And John, please, your fun fact.
Sure, my fun fact is my biggest regret. After buying my most recent motorcycle, about a year later, I sold my first motorcycle. It was a 2001 Harley, and I regret it every day. I'm loving my 2022 Harley Sportster S, but it's just not the same. I miss it.
John, I can feel the missing of your Harley and hoping that the relationship with your 2022 develops, or go get the old one too. John, welcome
I
to
might
Jay
have to
Levine's
buy
Heart of
back.
Influence.
There
Let's go. Get your motor running, brother. Born to be wild. Let's go.
There you go. Next up from Rockland, New York, president of the Builders Company, founded in 2017. After 22 years in the industry, recently expanded into real estate, focusing on multifamily properties, student housing, and large-scale acquisitions of a Class A and B properties across various cities and states, growing and diversifying while leveraging expertise to creating lasting value in the real estate market. Let's welcome to the show, Solomon Vay.
Solomon, welcome to the one and only Jay Levine's Heart of Influence, and please, your fun fact.
This is the hardest one. I was thinking about it. Jay asked me to prepare it. So I don't know, what can I say? I have a real passion for what I do. I find that construction is a lot of fun. I have a real
All right, listen. So your fun fact is that you find that construction is a lot of fun. Is that we're hearing, Solomon?
Correct. Even though it's a very unique, because a lot of people are stressed out about it. But from all the years that I've grown, I figured out a pattern and a way how to create it into a very enjoyable situation.
Dude, that's a great fun fact. Very few human beings can find joy and fun in what they do, especially when it's in the construction space. So super congratulations to you. Welcome to the Jay Levine Heart of Influence, Solomon and Bella.
Next up from Teaneck, New Jersey, self-published author, illustrator, and entrepreneur known for her book inspiring young readers to explore creativity through writing and drawing. A commercial realtor educating buyers, sellers, and investors in New Jersey, providing valuable resources to protect assets. Passionate about the community service, volunteering with organizations promoting children's education and wellness. Let's welcome to the show, Kiana Ferris.
Kiana, we got John Kelly as our live studio audience as the crowd goes wild. Welcome to the Heart of Influence. And please, Kiana, your fun fact.
Thank you. Happy Wednesday. I will say my fun fact is that I love to be creative. Whether it's in real estate or it's outside in the community, in the books, I love creativity.
Ooh, excellent job, Kiana. Love it. Creativity is present on Why Wednesday on the Jay Levine Heart of Influence. And welcome, Kiana and Bella.
Welcome, Kiana. Let's go. Standing in as our co-host for the day from New Milford, New Jersey, president at a large financial company, has transferred his financial planning expertise from Wall Street to accelerate and optimize finances for all. 68 win-win strategies in the first 2 months of this year alone. He leads with heart and integrity to cause financial wellness, whether it be CEO or the receptionist, 11 upcoming speaking engagements on a national stage, a proud husband and father. Let's welcome to the stage, Mr. Joseph Wexler.
Joseph, brother, welcome co-hosting Jay Levine Heart of Influence. Thanks for being here, bro. And please, your fun fact.
I inherited all of my magic from the construction industry. My grandfather was a master carpenter. He traveled to over 100 countries and sent me and 13 other cousins of mine to college with the work that he did in Bergen County.
That's incredible.
Wow, that is incredible.
Yeah, Joseph, beautiful fun fact, brother. Amen. What was your grandfather's name?
Alfred. Big Al.
Big Al.
Big Al.
Big Al's got it going.
Big Al's got it going on. And next up, since Joseph was standing in, they did not put Jay Levine's bio on here. So I thought maybe you could share, because the only thing that I can that I remember about Jay Levine is he is the most extraordinary realtor, and he is sourced to about 442 Blackberries for
True.
Sean Callaghy,
True.
owning a Verizon wireless store before going into real estate. And he was so sought after building 194. Doing $1 million transition that Coldwell Banker recruited him. So anything else that you can remember from Jay Levine that you would like to share with this incredible group?
Yes, that Jay Levine is as masterfully heart-centered in the space of real estate, overly generous. If he's got a flaw, it's his boundaries, because he is so loving, so giving, so service-oriented that he works his heart, soul, fingers to the bone. And has successfully built 194 Real Estate and then transitioned into Coldwell Banker. And he is crushing it left, right, and center in all the different ways in real estate and leadership and business overall in New Jersey. Let's welcome to his Heart of Influence,
Mr. Jay Levine!
Thank you. And I got to tell you, that was the best introduction I've ever had.
Yeah, Jay, love you, brother.
Wait a minute here.
Yes, thank you.
Wait a minute, Jay Levine.
Jay,
Ella,
how you
you're
feeling,
involved
brother,
in that. I think you're muted. There we go. I can hear you now.
How you feeling, brother?
I'm doing good. My fun fact will explain exactly how I'm feeling.
Your fun fact, please.
This weekend, I had the privilege of playing pickleball with a 67-year-old and an 81-year-old, and the 42-year-old wound up with 2 herniated discs, and I am laying in my bed since, I don't even know what day it is. I know it's Wednesday because of the show. Otherwise, I don't really know what time it is or what day it is, and I'm ready to get back to work, Sean. Ready.
All right, Jay, I'm so sorry, first of all, and it is way too soon, so I will not go there, but when you are feeling better, the 67 to 81-year-olds that caused this injury during this game, this may be something, as long as everything is fully healed, that the annals of unblinded history will never forget.
I would appreciate it if it was never forgotten and always reminded to me, because it is definitely something that I am working to beat them. Next time I'm going to beat the 81-year-old, and I lost too. That's the worst part. Five games to nothing.
Oh my God.
Unreal. Jay Levine, the one and only. Love you, brother. So then let me introduce Jay and Joseph and everybody. This woman who's been doing such a beautiful job of introducing everyone. Diagnosed with dyslexia as a young child, she began her entrepreneurial journey as an 8-year-old, selling crafts on her parents' front lawn. By the age of 19, she was a 7-figure business generator in the space of network marketing. By the time she's 24 years old, she is three-peating like Jordan, except not in hoops, but instead as Nevada's #1 business broker. 24, 25, and 26 years old, first woman ever to do it all, youngest person, male or female, ever to do it, let alone 3 straight years. She then started training entrepreneurs and Fortune 500 companies. In fact, in 2019, every, and I mean every, sales team she worked with doubled their sales. Skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer in the most extreme of conditions. Maybe she learned it from a blind man, or maybe she learned it on YouTube. I think today, after lunch we just had, waiting for my mom during surgery, that maybe it's a blind man today. I did good. At the beginning of it, though, it was YouTube. So, but I think we made progress. Maybe in the car it was YouTube. And by the time coming from the hospital, by the time I got through lunch, it was a blind man. Yeah?
Yes,
Is my listening sharp?
Your listening is sharp.
Yes. She's also a philanthropist that has raised $10 million plus with the Unblinded team, 2-time, about to be 3-time published author, and this courageous, heart-centered woman that put the heart in the heart of influence, which she's been on 1,350 times. In 2023, publicly battled and defeated cancer. Let's welcome to Jay Levine's Heart of Influence with Joseph Wexler today, the one, the only, Bella Verita! Bav, as we affectionately call you. Over to you. What's your fun fact?
I was thinking about this of like, what is my fun fact going to be? Because you did already share that I learned surf, ski, and scuba dive from a blind man. So that I think I'm going to go with the fact of by the end of this week, I'm going to be a gun owner. As my dad is building me a gun that he is so proud of and having it shipped to Colorado. And so I will be in a women's gun club, and I will own a gun. So don't F with me, man.
Don't F with you, man.
Don't F with me, man.
I'm more afraid of Bella Verita than any great white shark in the Atlantic Ocean as I surf. Let's go. So please.
And let me introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Bet Key at body surfing competitions. He is only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016. The only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. And in fact, the state of New Jersey thought he was so exceptional that they actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy flying around, speaking on stages like he will be in Boston on Monday, he's an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million for refugees in the Ukraine. Let's welcome my co-host, Mr. Sean Callagy.
Thank you. Thank you, Bella. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate everybody at the highest of levels. And what my fun fact is, I always appreciate the good thoughts, the prayers. My mom is probably just entering surgery. We've been in Morristown all day at the hospital for her. Meaningful surgery. Been waiting a long time, but we're doing the Heart of Influence from the vehicle, as we rock and roll here. And to lighten the mood slightly, I am blind, so grab a quick bite to eat. And I went into the restroom, Jay Levine, and I am blind. And for those that don't know this, there are urinals in restrooms at times, but sometimes they put plastic wrap on them and they are not working. And when you're blind, you may not realize this is the case. I will leave my fun fact there. So,
Bella, don't touch his pants or feet.
Yes, but I am very full of dexterity. So I stayed dry. Yes, I stayed personally dry. And as soon as I heard the sound, I knew I was in trouble. That's my fun fact.
That is quite the fun fact. You are definitely blind.
Yes. So who are we starting with today?
Let's kick this off with Nick.
So Nick, here's what we're doing. We're exploring the superpower of influence with integrity. We're not pitching, hooking, closing, but what does it look like to cause yes in our influence with integrity, Nick? That's what the show is all about. So Nick, Bella's going to be, to illustrate this, anybody you would like her to be. She could be an ideal client. She could be a charitable philanthropic fundraising partner. She could be somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey or Warren Buffett. Anybody that you want to be going from hello to yes with. And in that hello to yes, it doesn't have to be the ultimate yes. It doesn't have to be a sale. It could just be a yes for a longer conversation. So Nick, please, who would you like Bella to be that you are going from hello to yes with?
We could make her a real estate developer, residential real estate developer.
Yeah, she likes developing stuff.
Yeah.
And she likes real estate. And she likes being a boss.
Yeah.
Take us in.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella.
Hi.
Am I supposed to be pitching you something or?
Yes, you look
Okay.
very confused.
Yeah, I am a little confused.
Have
All
you
right.
never spoken to a real estate developer before?
Usually they're calling me, so now I'm calling you. It's a little bit weird. Am I trying to convince you to do business with me? I'm not understanding the whole gist of this.
Or she called you. So like, hey, so you any good?
Yeah. Hey, I got your name and number from Jay Levine. He said to reach out to you. You were looking maybe to partner with some real estate developers in the area, so thought I'd reach out and find out a little bit more about you.
Sure. I'm with Unity Bank. I've been with Unity Bank for 8 years. We offer residential ground-up construction financing. I'm in the residential department, so I'm involved in anything that's a 1 to 4 family or condominiums, 1 to 4 units on a single parcel of land. And people normally will gravitate towards Unity Bank, not only because of the phenomenal service, but due to the amount of time we save builders with getting their projects complete, where other lenders have a lot of red tape. We don't have a lot of red tape, and when time is money, that's what matters. So that's pretty much why we're successful. It's just that we're fast, execute quickly, and provide a great level of service.
Fast, execute quickly, excellent service. And so, Nick, what about a little bit about you? Because, I understand, what the bank does, but as you know, and I know, a relationship between a developer and the banker is a relationship not just between the bank, but to the person at the bank. And so, why do you think Jay Levine recommended you? And, why would we want to come in and meet in your office?
My family has a background in contracting and building, so I'm familiar with reading budgets, plans, and specs. I'm not just an order taker or the average loan officer at a bank that just basically is a paper pusher. I understand the details that go into projects, so you're going to work with somebody who speaks the same language as you. Like I mentioned, we are quicker than the average lender because of my knowledge. Things will go through the system a lot faster versus me just taking some basic info and running blind with it. Like I said, I have references, I should say, outstanding list of references you could speak to that'll vouch for my services, and my numbers speak for themselves. I could show you what I've done and what I've accomplished in the past 12 to 24 months, and you could find another lender. I don't think they'd come close.
Fair enough, my friend. I would definitely, that makes sense. I hear the certainty, and so, we can bring in our team and see if we're a good fit.
Sure. Sounds great. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick.
Nick, excellent work. We'll come back to Nick with some feedbackers in a moment. Who's following Nick?
Let's go with Carissa.
Carissa, please. Who would you like Bella to be that you are going from hello to yes with?
Yes, I'd love Bella to be a CEO of a tech company that is that their company is growing and they're looking to relocate to a new space, and they're going to be renovating that new space.
Okay, let's go. Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. I received your number through a colleague of mine and said that, that you might be interested in some support with your new renovation, your move with your company. I heard that you're growing. Congratulations on the growth. That's an amazing thing for you, to be happening.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, we are definitely growing. We're going to be into a new building and looking for some solutions. And Jay said to give you a call. You might be able to support us.
Yeah, I was just wondering, where are you in the phase of moving? Have you found a space, or are you still looking?
We have a space, and we're about 90% there, and hoping to get that locked in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, that's great. Well, do you know if the space suits your needs as is, or are you going to need to make changes to the space?
Definitely going to need to make changes.
Okay. Well, that's something that we specialize in. Just to give you a little bit of introduction on what I do, I'm an interior designer. I have my own company, CBH Interiors, and we help our clients who are busy professionals like yourself when they are taking on a renovation project. So we help them from the start. So right now is a great time to have this conversation. We help with concept, so deciding on the look and feel of the space, making sure the space functions well, meaning everybody can, fit inside the space as well as utilize the space to fit all of their needs, and help you even select a construction team and walk you through the entire construction process. We can help with construction documents and material specification, lighting, all the way down to ordering all of the pieces to actually go into the space. So it sounds like it would be a good time to maybe to meet in person and to talk about next steps if you're interested in working together.
I definitely, I know the things that I'm good at, and I know the things that I am not. And interior design is definitely not one of them. I thought maybe I could, do things on my own, but I do not think I can. So would love to sit down, have a longer conversation, and see where we can go from here.
Okay, that would be great. What's your availability like next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday?
If you bring some apple cider donuts, we can meet Tuesday morning.
Yes, you got it.
Awesome. Thank you. Great job, Carissa. Great job, Nick.
We got some of those in the front seat.
We do have some of those in the front seat. That's what made me think of them. I was like, ooh, that sounds good right now.
Yeah, Carissa, awesome job. Nick as well. And let's get to the feedbackers.
Feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is a time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. And so it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Carissa or Nick, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then like a little next step. Is that next step you'd rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have a longer conversation with Nick or Carissa? I don't think anyone's going to need a root canal today, so maybe it's a longer meeting at like Starbucks. Maybe you're going to sit down and have like a cup of coffee and an apple cider donut. But if that's not enough time, maybe it's a meeting at Capitol Grill with a seafood tower and the nice juicy steak and, of course, dessert because you want to have the longest meeting possible. But if that's still not enough time, then you would take Carissa or Nick on a private jet flying somewhere out of the country to have the longest meeting possible. And so let's kick this off with Solomon. And Solomon, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Nick?
I think that Nick, speaking to a contractor and a real estate investor as well, he hit the right button. I did put on the message that I want to connect with him as well. So I give him a thumbs up on that.
Nice. Excellent, Solomon.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. So the next step is thumbs up.
Next step is thumbs up.
Let's go.
Maybe I'll take Nick some apple cider donuts and they can sit down and have a cup of coffee at the bank and have some donuts.
From Dunkin', not from Starbucks, because my mom's husband can't stand Starbucks, but loves Dunkin', because Starbucks coffee costs $7.50.
Yeah, that is true. Let's go Sienna, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Carissa?
My 30 seconds of feedback. Okay, Carissa, I really like the questions that you asked. I love too that in the beginning you connected the mutual. My recommendation, what I like to assume is just people have problems and that's why they call us because we're the ones that have solutions. So I instead of asking like, do you need? I just assume they need. So I like the way though that you had to make sure, okay, if she's gonna make alterations, because that's her issue, she doesn't know how to do that, which would come to you. I like that you did that. So my recommendation, just keep doing that. I really like that.
Love it, Kiana. And next step might be some apple cider donuts, maybe Capital Grill private room, private jet. Like, what would the next step be?
Definitely Capital Grill. Because I have clients who do residential and commercial, so I would definitely like to see what you can do and how you can cater to both. Because I know you, I think it's also very cool that you help them order the right materials because that's something I feel like that can be so overlooked. You let the client do it, and you're like, okay. But definitely Capital Grill. And we got to get appetizers and dessert. We'll definitely get the seafood, like you said, and the the crab chowder that they have. Delicious. Because I would love to know
Lobster mac and cheese. Yeah, I'm hearing Carissa. You're making everybody very hungry. Beautiful work. We got some meals coming. And Bella?
Next up, let's go John. John, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Nick?
Sure. So, I actually met Nick 12 years ago, I think it was. I haven't seen him in 10, so I'm super excited that he's on this today. I don't know, Nick, if you remember me, we had drinks at Texas, Arizona, so I would love to go to Capital Grill with you. I thought you were great with giving your background, your family construction, that you know what your clients need. I thought that was a very good point and that you were ready to prove yourself. So I would say yes, let's extend this.
Let's go, John. Capital Grill Part 2, come on.
Capital Grill Part 2. I think I'm hungering for some creme brulee right now. Let's go Joseph Wexler. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Carissa?
Carissa did a wonderful job asking so many fantastic questions and asking them in such a heartfelt way that I was just incredibly absorbed. And I think next step, man, Texas, Arizona, you got to go to Texas, Arizona, maybe have an espresso there and definitely some of those donuts.
Let's go.
Joseph got it. Brings us to the one and only.
Jay Levine, your 30 seconds of feedback for Nick, please.
Yes. Nick, awesome job. Never easy going first. On the spotness was present. But yeah, great job with the information. Great job with your certainty. If I had to give one optimization, it would have been leading into maybe a little bit more of what was at stake for that real estate investor and why it's so important to be partnered with the right person. But otherwise, I would say it was a great job, and I would definitely be looking for some seafood at the Capital Grill, buddy.
Whoa. We got a lot of Capital Grill coming. Paramus, New Jersey is going to be real happy.
Paramus, New Jersey is going to be
And our friend Joe that helps us.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Jay, awesome. You know what time it is. She's going to give me a hard time. Don't let her do it too much. My mom's in the hospital, so let her take it easy on me today, please.
No taking it easy on you, because I think your mom likes me better than you. So I think
that's probably true.
Yes, I think she'd be okay with me giving you a hard time.
I think so.
So Jay, as you well know, Joseph, you well know, this is the time in the show that I have the honor and the privilege of putting my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about because I've been cooking him up as the show has been going on. Jay, Joseph, not how sure you guys want to do this, but, one of you gets to decide what scenario that Sean is going from hello to yes on. Of course, you can scrap my scenarios if you have something much harder on your own. But Joseph, Jay, are you guys ready to hear what I have for today? They're
ready.
I think they're ready.
Yes.
All right. So option number one is I thought Sean could role play Carissa and somebody else could role play Sean, and he could go from hello to yes as Carissa with himself on remodeling the whole Callaghy Law, the 19,000 square foot Callaghy Law Unblinded headquarters to have a whole new Willy Wonka feel. So when you walked in, It felt like the Willy Wonka chocolate factory instead of like a law office and a high peak performance coaching company. It's going to look like the chocolate factory instead. And Carissa is going to convince him that this would be a great idea.
Sounds great.
That is option number one. Option number two is Sean could role play Nick, and someone could play the president of D.R. Horton, which is a large construction company in New Jersey, to transfer all of their commercial loans to him at his bank. So that is option number two. And then option number three, I thought Sean could role play John, going from Hello to Yes with the people that currently own his own Harley to sell the Harley back to him. So those are the three options I have for you today, Jay and Joseph. Which of those three options, or something on your own that you'd like to go with?
Wow. Those were tough, Bella. I like, my selfishness is that I want your office to look like Willy Wonka's office. I mean, that's just my selfishness. But I think I like number two. Where Sean plays Nick. And I would love for that person that is that big construction company to be the person with that construction company, Solomon.
All right. So you're going to play Nick at the bank, and so anything you'd like to ask Nick, and then going from Hello to Yes with Solomon's construction company.
And the yes is very simply that Nick would get them as a client.
Yes.
Okay. I think I got it. All right. So, hello, is Solomon available?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Solomon, this is Nick. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Still a good time for you?
Yes. Looking forward.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. So what was it, Solomon, that prompted you to reach out in the first place? Very grateful. I know how successful you are. I think you got a lot of great stuff going on. But what was the why behind your reaching out?
So the main thing that caught my attention was that he has a commercial construction background. And I feel that he would understand the needs of what I'm looking for more than just somebody that knows numbers and looking at profit margins. So that was that's the real thing that, made me want to connect.
That is awesome. Bella's looking very confused. I'm asking if John could just keep the car as fluid as possible.
Okay. Yes, I'm not understanding the sign language.
Yes. That's all. So we're just moving a little bit. So understood. And apologies one more time on that, because just the movement of the car was getting us a little distorted. So one more time, Solomon, back into roll, please. So the reason you reached out and the why was?
Because of his background in construction, his knowledge, I'm going to add on now, his knowledge on banking as well, which will give him a keen understanding of what my project is about. It will make him understand better if it's profitable or not, if it's something that, first of all, to guide me, maybe I'm making a mistake, he would say, yes, go in it. Maybe, this is a great deal, go into that, or I see something, a curveball coming, maybe check it out, be more careful. So it'd be a little more, be a little more informative than just, okay, I could fund it or not. So it would be just another person to springboard as well.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so again, Solomon, thank you. I'm Nick, and as Nick, what I'm very clear about is that you have a very keen sense of value, because in the process of creating value and you're doing these deals, we often have attorneys, and attorneys can be really masterful or not, but they're getting paid to execute documents and make things happen. And they're going to ask some questions and have some knowledge, but we as a bank, we'll put money up. We have a massive possibility of a big problem. So we are very aligned with you to be identifying problems in transactions, and we have massive expertise. And in fact, I don't know you could have a better partner, because we're the one writing the check in a big way. So we're going to help you discern value, look through things in a huge way. And, as I think noted before, we set up this conversation, we have a really unique, and I personally do, amount of experience. And a lot of banks are looking to, say yes or no, make easy money, secure money. We look to make deals work. So if there's friction points and challenges, part of my mastery is leaning in with my clients and the people I'm working with to make these projects come to fruition, and not to simply just deny, looking for an easier deal. I want to build a lifelong relationship with the people I work with, the construction company, Solomon. You seem like a great candidate. What else would I need to tell you to set up a longer meeting? Because that's what I want to do. I'm going to look at some projects you're working on. I'm going to help build out that portfolio and see, how we can make you not only have the projects you're working on work, but expand and grow your company. Solomon, any thoughts?
That's great. So the next step would be to set up a meeting. I'll bring over a couple of projects that I'm working on now, discussing how to structure the finances, the rates that would be applicable, and if everything works on both sides, we'll shake on a deal.
Cool. And Solomon, one more thing is what's the ultimate vision? I get that you want to do deals, make things happen, but for your company, what's the ultimate why? And if you have it all your way, 5, 10, 20 years down the road, what's happening?
So I'm looking to secure for my family and all my employees a solid income. At the same time, I would like to create a very respectful and comfortable homes for people. I find it as a responsibility of being a builder and creating homes. For example, I'm renovating now a couple of houses in Connecticut, and my broker's telling me why are you putting so much money into these houses? It's a rental, it's an investment house. So I said very simply, I'm putting people in here, not animals. It's not a barn, So I might be putting up much more money and making less money, but looking at the purpose of what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do it twofold. I'm trying to earn a living for my family, and at the same time trying to create a very good service for my tenants.
Awesome. So Solomon, what I'm hearing is deep heart, deep integrity, and huge mission driven. Am I hearing those things correctly?
Exactly.
So virtual fist bump, and I look forward to setting up that meeting. Should I set it up with your assistant, Tom? Because you're exactly the profile of the people you want to partner with.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, out of roll. Solomon, how did Sean, do as Nick? You did a great job. Love it. How'd I do?
I felt that you were listening. You heard me out well, and you expressed that we share the same values, and it's something that we could work on together.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. And Solomon, thanks for being here today. How was your time overall on the Heart of Influence?
I am enjoying it very much. I feel very connected to everybody here. I think everybody has the same vision. I'm just letting you know about right now we are a few hours away from our New Year's. So usually I'm not here in the office at this.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. This is the New Year's for the whole world. It's the time where the world is judged. So it's a very, very serious time. But I feel that being over here with people of integrity and looking how to make the world a better place, I think it's no other better time to be here than as another preparation for the beginning of the new year.
Amen, brother. And we wish everybody a happy Rosh Hashanah on the Unblinded Huddle this morning, fully present to it. And thank you so much for sharing your heart, your faith, your vision. Did a great job today, Solomon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Nick, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Great job in that participant seat. How'd I do as you? And how did you enjoy the Jay Levine, Joseph Wexel Heart of Influence today, Nick?
I think you did a great job. Very well spoken, listened, answered accordingly. And different experience. Wasn't expecting quite this. I mean, Jay gave me a brief idea what it was going to be about. Probably was multitasking when he was explaining to me, but it's something different and changed up my day, and I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. And maybe you got a big relationship.
You got a deal out of it too. That's not a bad hour spent for sure.
Yeah, or maybe a series of big deals.
I've already emailed Solomon. He's already been emailed.
Yeah, I'd say that if I could spend every hour generating clients like Solomon, I think I would do that all day, every day.
For sure.
And thank you, Jay Levine, for that.
All right, we're gonna have to give Sean.
What, brother?
We're gonna have to give Sean a commission over there.
That's it. No. Awesome job. Awesome job. And I mean it, Nick. I really felt your heart. and the distinctions, like the certainty you possess and congruence is really present. We do this all day, teach all over the world, speak on the biggest stages in the world, and we listen for patterns at the highest levels of mastery. And you are just such a very present and congruent person. And in your role, you can see why people say yes to you. Beautiful job. Carissa, really enjoyed you, appreciate you. And yeah, let's turn the office into Willy Wonka.
I think it should have a Willy Wonka chocolate theme. Like, I think people should be able to like walk in and dip their finger in chocolate.
I do. We want the chocolate river with Augustus Gloop actually swimming in it. I think Carissa can provide that. Carissa, great job. Thanks for jumping in the participant seat. Never an easy place to be. Did wonderfully. How was your time today, Carissa, on Jay and Joseph's Heart of Influence?
I enjoyed it. Thank you. I enjoyed the feedback. And although I did really wish to see your office turned into Willy Wonka's factory as well. So maybe next time.
I can give you the office number, and then you can go to Hello to Yes with them to meet with Sean Callaghan and make a proposal for Willy Wonka headquarters.
Violet Beauregard, Veruca Salt, Mike TV, Charlie Bucket, and Augustus Gloop. We got it. Yeah. Carissa, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go. Deanna, thank you for being here. Thank you for jumping into the judges seat. Excellent feedback. And how was your time on Jay Levine's Heart of Influence?
I had a very great time. Thank you. I appreciate you guys giving us the platform, being able to connect with us. Carissa, I'm glad you were on the hot seat because you answered a lot of the questions that I needed to know. So I need to get connected with you. But I appreciate being connected to all of you. Wow. So thank you. I had a great time.
Yeah,
look at Jay Levine making things happen.
Making connections happen, Jay Levine.
Beautiful.
Let's go. John, I tried to get your Harley back for you. Sorry that didn't work out for this show. Maybe another one, but thank you for being here. And how was your time on Jay Levine's Heart of Influence?
My time was well spent. This is the third event I had today, and this is by far the most enjoyable, best experience. I was looking forward to this all day. Happy to be here. I feel like I'm out of the world right now. I'm on the moon. I'm just. This is great. I love it.
Awesome, brother. Thanks for sharing that hugely positive energy. And I mean it sincerely. Go get that Harley back if you miss it.
I'm gonna find it.
Oh my heart.
I gotta find it.
Let's go get it, brother. Joseph Wexler, thanks for stepping in. This dude is a team player. Yeah. He's supporting people in their financial space in all the most beautiful ways. Unquestionably a human being to speak to. Playmaker. There's players and there's playmakers. And playmakers with integrity. And that's what this dude is. Joseph, your final.
My final is that, man, am I feeling the connections today, and what fun this show was. And Jay, thank you so much. And just all the appreciation to Jay. He is in New Milford, New Jersey, which I also call home, and I call Bergen County my home. I know that, Sean, you call that your home, and I'm so excited to bring all of the commerce and all of the things to Bergen County. And I know that it can happen with people in this room working together arm in arm to really make Bergen County the showcase county that it is.
Amen. So Joseph, to that point, we had the blessing and privilege of running somewhere around 50 shows a month, Hearts of Influence. And we run 1 or 2 a month with Jay, and it's a blessing and privilege, and Joseph, and it's a blessing and privilege. But it's a unique blessing and privilege because I do have the good fortune of speaking all over the country, sometimes all over the world, and on some of the biggest stages in the world. And the Hearts of Influence that we run here, I mean, we have iconic, legendary figures and verticals from across the nation, all the things. But I will tell you straight up, every time Jay Levine and Joseph are here and we're bringing in Bergen County folks, which I have the blessing and privilege of calling home since I'm 11. I was born in Jersey City, and it's been my home for my life. And I feel that kindred spirit of Jay and Joseph, and just for fun energy. They even come from a high school where I broke my ankle playing football my junior year of high school. I can't stand New Milford, but I can stand New Milford because it's like Bergen County brethren. It's like being really mad at your cousin or something. It's like that. So it is always beautiful, Joseph, and love it. Jay Levine, your final. I mean, come on, putting people together. People get paid to do that. You're doing this in service of humans on your dime, on your time. Great job, Jay Levine. And your final.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have said it any better than my man Joseph Wexler did. I am very lucky to have found him right around the corner from my home, no less, but through this community. And it's all about this community. It's all about bringing forward the light, the positive, and doing business together. And I got to say, I believe I'm up to like over 200 shows at this point, including Heart of Influence, and Real Raw Open, and all the things, right? And this show so far from go had the most connection, and I'm present to it. And I vow I am unblinded, and I will continue to put the right people in the room, because this is what it's all about.
Amen, Jay. And I will add a final, appreciate you, love you, brother. And I was so happy when my daughter Courtney stepped onto your New Milford High School field and for my Emerson Cavos whooped the asses of the New Milford Knights girls, and her sophomore year of high school sent New Milford home from the state playoffs, avenging my broken ankle on that same field. So, love you, brother.
Love you too. You can have that one. Jackson will be on that high school field next year in 9th grade, so I will take back that reign when he's there.
Yeah, and I will be rooting for him. I will be rooting for him all the way. Love you and your family. So a couple quick gifts, and we're going to wrap it up. Most importantly, this may sound a little like oddly connected or not. October 22nd, we have a webinar, Mastering, which is yours there as your gift for being here, with Allison Armstrong, the top relationship expert in the world, called Mastering Men, Women, and Money. I've had the blessing and privilege of building scale business in huge ways. I promise you, it'll be the best webinar that you have to pay nothing for that you've ever been on in your life. And if that's not the truth, come tell me I was a liar. October 22nd, and feel free to spread the word, invite other people if you like. We already have 1,600 people registered. We need up to 3,000 plus. And all of you are welcome as our guests. Number one. Number two is a business acceleration session for you. That's not like, oh my goodness, like am I, I don't want to get sold something. We have plenty of things for you to invest in and be here with us for life. But most importantly, that session, it will be about adding massive value. Get a positive experience here. That experience will be 25x this experience. Because it'll put into context what we're doing, what is this, why do we do it, why would a guy that's got a 120-person law firm, owns a financial company valued at $30 million plus, has this platform, why is he on this thing with like the 7 or 8 of us? That's weird. And you'll understand it all and how we continue to build, grow, scale massively. And whether you're speaking to 8 people or 4,000, or flying to speak in Boston on Monday like I am before the Legal Administrators Association of the country, whatever the things, there is a method integrally to the approach to build, grow, scale. I sense a desire for more here. Take that acceleration session. And your final, Bella Rita.
Yes, my final is this show is literally about what happened. I see all these messages in the chat of like, let's do things together, interior design. Like that's what this show is. And Jay caused this to happen. So you want to continue connecting with each other, continue connecting with Jay. And if you want more of this and want more of like what unfolded here today, definitely have that business acceleration session because it only makes sense if you're looking to increase your money, time, or magic. And check out that webinar. And thank you all for being here. Absolutely phenomenal job, Jay. Phenomenal job, Joseph, standing in. Team player for sure. It was a pleasure to meet you all. And Sean, back to you.
Yeah. This is your free piece of chicken at the Japanese hibachi thing in the mall. That's what happened today. If you want the full meal, we got the full meal for you, except the full meal is also free. So come take that to BAS if you truly want to accelerate. Love you guys. I end every show by saying this. Thank you, Jay Levine. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Bella. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as to the possibilities that sit right in front of us to accelerate our financial abundance, to accelerate our time freedom and scaling, and to accelerate our impact overall in the world. We so often sit right here, but at some level, we are all blind. Bella?
I'm just learning to see.
Bye-bye, everybody. Jay Levine.